There are moments in life when anger blinds us, when a single heartbeat of rage can shatter everything we've built. We speak words we can't take back. We make choices that leave scars far deeper than any blade. In those moments, wisdom hides behind emotion, and the line between justice and destruction becomes dangerously thin. But sometimes, one voice, one simple reminder, can pull us back from the edge of ruin. This is the story of a proud samurai and a humble fisherman, two men from different worlds, bound by a single timeless lesson. That true strength is not found in the sword, but in the heart that can stay calm when the storm rages. So take a deep breath and listen closely. The wind howled softly through the fishing village, carrying with it the scent of the sea. Salt, nets, and humble lives built on patience and survival. It was late autumn. The waves were restless, the sky heavy with gray. At the far end of the shore stood a small wooden hut, home of an aging fisherman named Taro. Inside, he was repairing his torn nets when the sound of hooves echoed through the wind. He looked up, and his hands trembled. A samurai was approaching. His armor shone faintly under the dull sky. His steps were slow but heavy. This was Lord Hiroto, a man of great skill and unyielding honor. He had come to collect a debt long overdue. When he reached the hut, Taro bowed low, trembling. "My lord, the sea was cruel this year. The storms took my boats." The samurai's hand moved to the hilt of his sword. "A samurai's patience is not endless," he shouted. The fisherman's breath froze. Then he whispered, "Never act when you are angry." The samurai froze. Slowly, he lowered his sword and sheathed it again. "Your master was wise," he said quietly. "Mine taught me the same." He turned toward the sea. "You have one more year. Then you will repay your debt." The fisherman bowed deeply, heart pounding with relief. As the samurai rode away into the mist, the waves seemed to whisper, "Patience can save a life." That night, the samurai rode for hours through the mountain road, the wind cold against his armor. The moon was hidden behind clouds. His thoughts wandered to the fisherman's words. "Never act when you are angry." He repeated them silently, again and again. By the time he reached his home, the sky had turned black and rain was falling in thin silver lines. The lanterns by the gate flickered as he passed. Inside, the house was quiet. Too quiet. He entered softly, removing his sandals. The faint scent of incense drifted from the inner rooms. But as he walked toward his chamber, he noticed something strange. A second pair of shoes by the door. They were not his. A shadow moved behind the paper door. He heard the faint rustle of fabric. Then, a soft laugh. A surge of heat rose in his chest. His heartbeat thundered. He gripped his sword, the same sword that had almost taken the fisherman's life just hours earlier. In a swift motion, he slid open the door. Inside, his wife lay in bed beside another figure dressed in a samurai's robe. The sight pierced him like fire. Betrayal, dishonor, rage. Without thinking, he raised his blade high. The edge gleamed in the dim light. His breath came fast, his vision blurred with fury. Then, a voice echoed in his mind. A calm, distant voice carried by the wind. "Never act when you are angry." The fisherman's words. His hand trembled. The sword stopped in midair. He stood there, motionless, his heart torn between rage and reason. His breath slowed. He closed his eyes. Finally, He took one deep, steady breath and stepped back. In a voice that shook the night, he shouted, "Who are you? Speak!" The figure on the bed stirred, startled. Slowly, it turned toward him, and under the flickering lantern light, the samurai froze. It was his mother. His sword slipped from his hands and clattered onto the wooden floor. "Mother?" he whispered. The old woman sat up, startled but unharmed. His wife quickly rose, eyes wide with fear. "My lord, please let me explain," she cried. The samurai stood speechless, heart still pounding. His wife bowed deeply, trembling. "There have been thieves prowling near our home," she said. "I feared they might return tonight. Your mother came to stay with me. To scare them away, I gave her your armor and robe, hoping any intruder would mistake her for you." Rain beat against the windows. The only sound inside was the samurai's heavy breathing. He sank to his knees. The truth struck him like lightning. How close he had come to destroying everything he loved. A moment of anger, a lifetime of regret. He bowed deeply to both women. "Forgive me," he said quietly. "I almost committed a sin I could never undo." His mother smiled gently and placed a hand on his shoulder. "My son," she said, "the strongest warrior is not the one who draws his sword fastest, but the one who can master his own heart." Tears welled in his eyes. He nodded slowly. That night, as the storm roared outside, a different storm, the storm within him, finally began to calm. 1 year later, as promised, Lord Hiroto returned to the fishing village. The sea was calm this time, the sky clear and blue. The fisherman stood waiting by the shore, holding a small wooden chest. "My lord," he said, bowing, "I have come to repay my debt." The samurai looked at him for a long moment, and then smiled. "Keep it," he said. "You have already repaid me, with wisdom." The fisherman blinked in surprise. The samurai continued softly, "Your words saved not only your life, but mine as well. I will carry them with me for the rest of my days." The fisherman bowed again, his eyes shining with gratitude. Thank you for watching. If you found this story meaningful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join our journey in spreading more inspiring stories.